All right, I'm gonna talk about Megan. Went to see this movie last night. To be honest with you, this movie, they had to cut this movie down to make it PG-13. I think it was rated R. I think they might have a rated R cut coming out, probably on digital, on streaming. But this movie was okay. I enjoyed it. I was a little disappointed that they made it PG-13 and cut out the kills or whatever. But I did enjoy the movie. It was funny, and it went by pretty fast. And it was an hour and 42 minutes. I wish it could have been like an extra 10 more minutes added on to the movie. Would have been a whole lot better. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this movie a 7. I was waiting for this movie to come out, way back in November when I seen the trailer with her dancing. And she hit them dance moves pretty good, though. The little girl that was playing Megan, she hit those dance moves pretty good. And, everybody keeps comparing this Megan to Chucky. That's two different things, because Chucky was a doll that was manufactured to a bunch of dolls. The original Chucky was a My Buddy doll, and the remake of the Chucky came out a couple years ago, 2019, about 3 or 4 years ago. That was a manufactured doll too, that was nationwide and worldwide. Megan wasn't a nationwide, worldwide doll yet. It was a prototype. So, people comparing to Chucky is not, it's not on point. But the original Chucky, it was possessed. It was a voodoo, like used as voodoo, like a voodoo doll. Charles Lee Ray and Chucky, used voodoo to possess a doll. That doll wasn't like made. There wasn't no AI in that doll or nothing. It was just a plain old doll. Then the remake of Chucky, it was kind of similar. But as you see in the movie Chucky, one of the guys that was in the shops, he made the doll go bad. He misprogrammed the doll on purpose. So that's what made Chucky in the remake. And he ended up killing himself. But, when people compare this movie to Chucky, it's not really the same. I mean, it's some nitpicks, it's some differences, but this is not a female version of Chucky. This is Megan's way more advanced than Chucky. Way more advanced. And it was learning things on the fly. So it was a little bit different than Chucky to me. It wasn't exactly the same, but you can see its parallels to each other, but it wasn't the same. But anyway, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It went by pretty fast, hour and 42 minutes. It should have had at least another 10 minutes added on to this movie. The characters were okay. The little girl, Katie, she really was acting a fool in this movie. Throwing temper tantrums. Her parents got killed by a snowplow that was going skiing. And, when she got to her auntie house, and you seen her auntie didn't want to let her play with collectibles and all this other stuff. It was just this nitpicking stuff for me. But the little girl was crazy, though. She really loved her some Megan. But, yeah, the dialogue in this movie was funny. And then it was kind of sad too, The little girl lost her parents, trying to go on a ski trip they could have avoided. That's the type of stuff that happens when you try to go on trips that you don't need to go. Then, the more of the movie was about, like kids playing with toys and stuff like that. Kids being on the iPad or all day long, or looking at TikTok videos all day long, and they're not getting outside and enjoying life like how the kids before them were, before we had all this computer stuff. Because we had to go outside when I was younger. We didn't have no laptops, no iPods, iPads. We didn't have none of that. So we couldn't stay in the house and look at. We had TV and we had some video games, but not to the level we got now. But that's basically what the movie was about. About these kids not getting out in the world. They sitting at home, playing with their iPad all day, looking at TikTok videos all day. So that's basically what I got out of this movie. It could have been a little bit better for me, but I give it a 7 out of 10. It was worth a watch. It was very enjoyable. I had some laughter moments in this movie, some funny moments, but then I was laughing when she started dancing. Oh man, Megan was smart. She was way smarter than Chucky. And then Chucky wasn't analyzing people's emotions and stress levels and none of that. He wasn't doing none of all of that. And she wasn't killing just to be killing. Well, she did start killing at the end just to be killing. But at beforehand, she was just trying to save Katie. But then towards the end of the movie, she started killing people that she really didn't have to kill. But they low-key deserved it a little bit. But Megan was okay, and I enjoyed the movie. I kind of got a little attitude towards the end. It was a guy. He fell asleep in the movie. He was snoring loud. I couldn't really enjoy the last act of the movie till he stopped snoring. I'm like, man, wake this dude up. That's the second time I've been to the movies in some years that somebody was in the movie theater snoring loud. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I went to the 10:20 showing. And, it was kind of late, but it wasn't that late for you to be snoozing like that. And the air conditioner wasn't blasting. It wasn't too cold in the movie theater. But dude was snoring his butt off. But like I said, I enjoyed this movie. It was good. I was a little disappointed that they didn't have all the gory kills like they should have. I was very disappointed they tried to make this PG-13 instead of making it rated R. It should have been rated R, man, not PG-13. That's what disappointed me about the movie. I didn't like the PG-13 aspect of this movie. This movie should be rated R. I guess they were trying to get more people to come watch this movie, and this is not trying to make it like a family-friendly horror movie. No. And some people took their kids to this movie, and I'm like, okay. This is not a movie for kids, okay? It's really not. It's for adults. And these kids were young kids, too. They were like in the 12, 11, 10 age range. 8, 9, 10. No. But hey, I'm not a parent. But I wouldn't took no kid to watch no Megan. But, that's just me. But I'm going to end it there. It's been Mo the God King, Church, Tabernacle, and Preach. Go do yourself a favor, go watch Megan. It's a pretty good movie. It goes by pretty fast, hour and 42 minutes. It's PG-13. I don't know if they try to make this like a Scream movie or something like that, but it's worth a watch. And I'm wait till it comes out on digital so I can watch the rated R version. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. I give the movie a 7 out of 10, like I said. But that's been Mo the God King. I'm